Hello, I'm Andrew Roach. Thank you for taking a few minutes to watch this video about a professional accomplishment that I'm proud of. In this case, I'll be talking about an instance that I think illustrates my approach to leadership and building culture. This is part of a series of videos which you can find on my personal site, which is listed at the bottom of the slide and in the video description. And if you'd like to get in touch, my LinkedIn profile is also listed below. When I came into the business unit FP&A director role, one of the ancillary functions that fell under me was the management of timesheets for the entire 60-person organization. I had one employee that performed this function in addition to other administrative functions, but having to do this for 60 people was a huge strain on her time and nearly a full-time responsibility to ensure everything reconciled. This practice was inconsistent with how the rest of the enterprise operated. Each employee submits their leave, makes sure it's accurately recorded, and submits their timesheet every 2 weeks. It's the individual's responsibility. I found this arrangement confusing and unclear when I was supposed to take action. And as I talked to my new colleagues about it, it became clear that others shared my perspective. My goal was to apply consistency to my new organization within the broader enterprise, but such that each employee was solely responsible for their timesheet. But I wanted to do it in an incremental manner to build consensus for the change. So I decided to start just within my own division of 15 people. I knew I had the authority to make changes within my division, so if I was successful, I was confident I would have the support of my boss and the other division directors to broaden the change. I drafted up a guidance and implementation document outlining the issue, the impact, my proposed solution, the implementation timeline, and pros and cons. I shared this with my team and we discussed it at a staff meeting. The feedback was nearly all positive, with some suggestions on aspects that I hadn't considered. In the end, we agreed that this would take effect in the following pay period, and I sent out follow-up reminders about the change in the lead up to the cutover. The transition went smoothly, and I took my success to my boss and fellow division directors, making a similar recommendation. Again, it was positively received with some feedback, and at the next office staff meeting with all 60 employees, I presented my proposal, took their feedback, adjusted, and sent out formal communication and follow-up. Over the course of the next 2 pay periods, I had completed this transition successfully, with the entire office not just accepting, but agreeing with the change. While this is a relatively small-scale impact, I think it is the kind of thing that really sets an organization's culture. The effect was to clarify roles and responsibilities. It empowered employees and strengthened their ownership and accountability to manage and submit their timesheets. It conveyed to my team that I'm committed to making decisive change while being open and responsive to feedback and clearly communicating and engaging all along the way. It showed that I have my employees back. When I see something that's preventing them from engaging in higher value work, I'll advocate on their behalf. Developing a culture of trust and empowerment is so important, and it's something that I continuously strive for. Thanks again for watching. This is part of a series of videos that I'll be producing that you can find on my personal site. And as always, feel free to reach out on LinkedIn if you'd like to connect. Thanks.